If it's one thing I've learned during my time on YouTube, aside from how utterly broken and bullshit it is, it's how much of a community there is on this platform. And one of the most important ways in which this sense of community is expressed is through collaboration videos. Collaborations are a great way for channels to introduce their audiences to similar creators, helping to grow both channels in the process. This is especially true given that YouTube is an extremely brutal environment for new creators, and receiving a shout out or collaboration offer from a larger channel can make all the difference. Most of the time. And sometimes collaborations can just be a really fun thing to do. All that being said, not all collaborations are good, and not all offers to collaborate are sincere. I could elaborate, but I'm feeling lazy, so I tricked someone else into doing it for me. He's rude, he swears a lot, and he hates people. My kind of guy, basically.
Hi, I'm Sgt Ducky. I have a comedy animation channel on YouTube dedicated to complaining about things in life that infuriate me. I'll soon be able to retire on the funds generated by my swear jar. I have a 13 1/4 inch man sausage, and I lie to make myself look good. Now that we're all friends here, let's get down to business. So what can I do for you, unnamed character here for sake of exposition?
I want to be a YouTuber. Can you tell me the best ways to grow your channel?
Of course, not to worry my friend, there is many different ways to grow your channel.
But Ducky, I have self-respect, dignity, a strong moral compass. I don't want to whore myself out for sake of monetary gain. I don't want to tear anybody down in order to get ahead. And I want to make good quality videos that appeal to an audience over the age of 7.
Well, talk about dipping your shoes in lead before you go for a swim. Alright? Given your limitations, you have two options in order to grow your channel. First, your videos need to be good. Very good. I mean, you're every disposable side character in an Aliens movie, and the facehuggers have been replaced by Margot Robbie's open legs. Good. Second thing, collaborate with other YouTubers. Befriend other YouTubers whose content you enjoy, and see if they'd like to introduce you to the audience that they've built.
That sounds like something I could do. Do you have any advice on what to avoid when looking for collaborations?
Sure, and it's all in this video. Let me pop that into the player for you.
How did you do that?
My arms, they float. Why wouldn't I be able to do that?
Don't know why I love you, don't know why I care.
One thing I looked forward to doing when I started my YouTube channel and began to build an audience was collaborations. Sure, the idea of working alongside some of my favourite channels is great, but what I really wanted to do was prop up smaller creators who valued quality over quantity, and whose channels were seriously underrated. See, this platform is riddled with narcissistic tosspots battling with inflated egos for sake of flexing their wealth and no desire or love for what they're actually doing. And there's not enough people looking out for the little guy, and I was looking forward to being that guy. But I have a decent audience now, and I still rarely do collabs. So what changed? Well, nothing. I just didn't account for something. Idiots. You see, people who are reasonably intelligent, make good content, and put the time in are very critical of their own videos. So critical, in fact, they're apprehensive about approaching any YouTuber for a collaboration because 1, they don't want to seem like they're just using that YouTuber for sake of exposure, or 2, they have a niggling fear in the back of their head that their channel is shite, and being turned down for a collab would confirm that for them. So the point I'm getting at is, most people I'd be happy to collaborate with don't actually ask me. Not to say that I don't get asked regularly, mind you. It happens all the time. It's just most of the people who do ask me get ignored or turned away. Why? Because they fall into one of the following categories. First up, and probably the most common one I get, people with bad or no content. I'm not talking about subjectively bad, like I don't like their style of humour or their video structure. I mean, I'll be asked to collab. I'll check the channel they've linked, and all they've got is 2 videos of them flushing a toilet, a text-to-speech narrated video on how a soda can tab can be used to hold a straw in place, because the world can never get too many of those videos, and a video showing a 5-second scene of some obscure Japanese anime. I really don't understand the mentality behind somebody who thinks that this kind of content is good. Never mind something to be proud of. Boasting about this kind of channel is like boasting about a new pair of jocks. I'm sure you love them, but I'd rather not have to see you clean lint out of your crack, and I sure as fuck don't want to help you with that. If anal beads and Beyblades have taught me anything, it's that some things just don't go together.
Let it rip.
Thankfully, in most cases, it's so obvious we tend to never have to deal with these scenarios. But YouTubers have to deal with this shit all the time. People will approach me looking for a collaboration with their channel, which isn't a problem in and of itself, until you realise they're asking me, somebody who makes animated comedy rant videos around social commentary, to appear on a fucking Let's Play channel. It's not that I don't like or respect this kind of content, but why in the intergalactic titty fucking Christ do I need to explain to these genetic cul-de-sacs that that's a terrible idea? They are 2 completely different styles of content, with practically no audience crossover whatsoever. And it's not just Let's Play channels. I've been asked by people who vlog, people who make animated music videos, and people who make meme compilations. Why can't they already see that I'd be as welcome on their channel as an Islamic fundamentalist is to a crowded room? The best collaborations are mutually beneficial. I appear on your channel, which exposes me to a new room of people, and if they like me, they can check out my channel, so I'll have an even bigger audience to potentially offend. You appear on my channel and do the same, both our audiences will grow, which will benefit us both. Now, there is exceptions to this. Sometimes you offer a spot in your video to a much smaller creator you like, for no other reason than you just want to help them out and do a good deed. Sure, they can offer you a spot in their channel, but honestly, with such a small channel, the time it would take to make a video for that channel is just not worth it. So most of the time, I'm just happier leaving them grow through my audience without looking for something in return. Now, this kind of collaboration only happens when it's offered by the person not gaining from it. But now let's introduce what I'd like to call the one-wayers. These are people who don't ask if you want to work together. They don't ask if you want to be in their video. They don't ask for any help, tips, tricks, or advice on how to grow their channel. No, they just get their cock out at the dinner party with a shit-eating grin on their face and ask, can I be in your video? I fucking hate this. It's so fucking obvious. They've seen your numbers and just want to hop on the gravy train. They don't want to work together, they want to grow. They don't offer you to be on their channel because that doesn't benefit them at all. And the most insulting part of it is, they think you don't see straight through this. Like you have no idea what their intentions are while they sit there smirking like a discounted evil genius. A dyslexic Luther, if you will. Well, we do, and I'm sure we can all agree it wouldn't be such a tragedy if these people fell pantsless arse first onto a cactus that for some reason had recently been dipped in salt. So you might be thinking, Ducky, if somebody avoids all of the above, you'll collaborate with them, right? No, because unlike your missus, I'm not just going to slobber on any dick that comes within sniffing distance. I'm joking, I'm sure she's just lovely. But the sentiment stands. See, there's one thing I can't stand more than bad content or idiots, and that is and let me tell you, YouTube has more cunts than a Chernobyl prostitute. The kind of people who have no interest in their own, my, or anyone else's content, they just see numbers. Be it numbers in a bank account or number of subscribers. These are the same twerps that say, hit that like button before you've even seen the fucking video. The people who do iPhone giveaways in every video, but don't disclose to their audience that each video is not a new giveaway, but the same giveaway stretched over 30 videos. The same scrotum lickers you see making content whose sole purpose of making content is to start drama with somebody else for sake of views. Also, they can make money, get famous, or just to fill that hole that daddy used to when mammy was away. It's disingenuous, scummy, and completely cunty. And I'd rather dangle my balls in the pocket of a pool table than work alongside these fucking chodes. But that being said, not every collaboration is bad. Sometimes somebody who makes good shit and is worth respecting as a creator comes along and asks you to be in their channel, for no other reason than they just want to give you some exposure. So on that note, I want to thank Cynical Reviews for being a legend and inviting me over onto this channel to keep you lot entertained while he goes for a sneaky toss. But I'm sure he's done now, so I'll just hand job it back to him.
Thanks, Ducky. It was quite a good one, actually. I was thinking about your mum. So yeah, the next time you want to ask another YouTuber to collaborate with you, maybe think about it first.